guys do a speech, and then from there, I will kind of go on into our varsity ceremony and talk through some of our things that we've done, and also to bring up our ladies on our varsity level here to come up and receive the rewards. I'm really excited about the things that our players have gone through. This has been a condensed season. A lot of things have occurred. We worked through injuries, and now we're ready to wrap up our season and go into our playoff. So first of all, I want to give everyone a round of applause. So thank you, players and parents. Thank you. Thank you. And coaches. All right. So without any further ado, I would love to call up Alexa Daner to come up to the stage and kind of get us going from there.
Okay, I don't have much to say, but this season was by far my favorite because of the ladies I was able to play with. And despite all of the injuries this season, the girls stepped up, especially from JV, and helped us out, and they did awesome. And girls this season were also played different positions, and turns out they were really good at it, even if they were very nervous to play it. I'll definitely miss this high school soccer season after this year because so many bonds were created, and we didn't have any drama this season like we do in other seasons, and we have to run hills, but we didn't have to do that this season. And yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you, Alexa, for that. We really appreciate it. Maddie Miles, please come up to the stage, please.
Okay, I'd like to thank all the girls, parents, and most importantly, Coach Murphy, Coach Monica, and Coach Bailey for a really good season. These three coaches provided us with so much, including their time, effort, energy, and encouragement. And then along with that, all the parents who arranged senior night, youth night, and more have been a huge help to our program. Especially through a really busy season, everything happened really fast, and you guys helped us a huge amount. And then I'd also like to reflect on how the season has been going for our program. We've experienced a really large number of injuries on the varsity team throughout the season, and our JV players have been so amazing at filling those gaps on the field. Many of the younger girls, like the freshmen, have been showing a lot of hope for the future. Even through like the losses, ties, and wins, we've all stepped away every day as better players with more experience. And this has been especially shown directly in like our freshman and sophomore group, who this is their first year playing a high school soccer season. From the sidelines, I've watched our team develop in many ways, all of which will continue our success through this season and following years too. Although I would love to have been on the field with the rest of the team, I learned so much about leadership, hard work, and perseverance just from you guys. And watching our team work together through tough losses has taught me a lot, and I feel confident in saying that this exact group of girls will continue to be successful in their future years. I'm super happy and grateful for all the time I spent with this team, and it's been a really good opportunity, and I'm excited to see what we do during playoffs.
Thank you very much for that, Maddie. Jaden Hawkins, please come on up.
Hi everyone, I am Jaden Hawkins, one of the varsity captains. First off, I want to thank Coach Murphy, Coach Bailey, and Coach Monica for leading us this season. I'm so grateful and glad that I've learned so much through them and that I got the opportunity to grow. I also want to thank the JV ladies for stepping up this year. With a number of us injured, including myself, they had some pretty big roles to fill, and I think they definitely did a great job with that. I also want to say, going into our playoff game on Tuesday, that I think if we use everything that we've got with our preseason lifting, our preseason open gyms, and all the hard work that we've done with that if we play as a team, that I think we can come out on top. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Jaden. We really appreciate that. And last but not least, Kat Kessler, come on up, please.
Okay, so I would just like to start off by saying that I'm so unbelievably proud of all of the girls in our program. This season has definitely had its ups and downs with all the injuries and stuff, and throughout it all, everyone has continued to consistently show up and put in all of their effort, and has definitely not gone unnoticed. I have made some of my closest friendships through this team, and I wouldn't trade any of it for the world. The memories I've made with all of you on and off the field are ones that I will probably never forget. From morning lifts to watching Sadie literally hang off a fence by her shorts to some very memorable group runs. This past spring season has easily been one of the highlights of my high school career. All of you guys are absolutely amazing, and I'm already looking forward to next year. Thank you so much, Coach Murphy, Coach Bailey, and Coach Monica, and all of my teammates for such an unforgettable season.
Thank you, Kat, for that. That was very heart-touching, to say the least. As I talk about the varsity team, you heard from our captains. And if you look at our program roster, there's a phrase on there that says, we are one. And our JV ladies stepped up immensely. And it just kind of brings emotion out of me to see our ladies just kind of give it all they can, play against some of the better teams in our conference, and still give it all they can. That is truly amazing. I am grateful as a head coach of this program to have ladies that step up in that manner and continue that effort going forward. I just know that this program will be better more for it as years to come. Speaking of that, I do have some feedback for all of our ladies here and parents tonight. I've been a part of a lot of meetings this weekend, talking about a lot of awards. We'll get into that in a second. And also as mentioned about we're going to be playing on Tuesday. Some feedback that I've heard about us from Edgewood this morning. Edgewood said when they played us, they honestly overlooked Fort Atkinson girls soccer program. I didn't know that. I don't have a history. I kind of think of things more like a goldfish. You know, something happened, I'll forget about it after 10 seconds because we got to move forward. You know, we're not going to hold on to that and have it hang over us. And our ladies took it to them. Okay, we fought like dogs. We played and gave it all. It was a joint effort. JV varsity, our managers, coaches, everybody was basically in that game. And we gave them hell. And ladies, we came out a tie against Edgewood, a very, very strong program. That was from Chris this morning. More feedback for the girls soccer program here at Fort from Monona Grove, which will be playing on Tuesday. Natasha said that Fort Atkinson soccer cannot be overlooked any further. I don't know if you recognize that, ladies and parents. They said we're a very dangerous program. You heard it from Maddie Miles here just a few minutes ago and the other captains. So other programs are just saying it's no longer, you know, a second thought or look over. And that's just a reflection of the ladies that we have and the parents that we have as a backbone to this program. And I'm very thankful for that. It motivates me. I know it motivates my coaches to do what we do day in and day out. So we're forever, thank you, indebted for that. So thank you all. And I want to give a round of applause to all the parents and players. Thank you for that. Thank you. I want to start talking about some of our players at the varsity level. And obviously, we're going to do the same for our JV players. But we're one family. So I don't want that to be misconstrued. So when I call your name, I do want you to come up one person at a time here. And I want to share a few words with you. And then I also want to give you your school sponsor certificate and all the accolades that come along with it. So the first person I'd like to call up to the stage is Abby. Parents, I kid you not, you heard it from the words of our captains here about each and one of our players stepping up. Abby is no exception to that. When she played club or previous years here at Fort, she's used to doing different things. I challenged Abby at the start of the season to play a different role, and she stepped up in a major, major way. Abby was playing like someone I would see at the national women's soccer level. I mean, she was holding down like Crystal Dunn, if you guys know who she is. Crystal Dunn holds it down on that left side, and Abby, you stepped up immensely. We appreciate that, and because of those great things, we're going to be greater even more. And one of the captains mentioned it, and I truly believe that we are better, more for it. So thank you so much for your time and services, Abby. Okay. Next up is Michaela. Michaela Kropp, please come on up. Michaela is, I'll give her a second to come out up here on the stage. Thanks, Michaela. Michaela was the only freshman that we originally had on our varsity level that kind of come up into our program here. Not mentioning the other freshmen that they certainly helped us out. But Michaela was there from the onset, and I think that some of the first stages coming through as a freshman is very intimidating. I mean, there's older people in the program, and you kind of have to rise up to that. Michaela did a hell of a job this particular season. She owned the outside mid position. She took on some of the best girls in our conference. I just learned today that when Michaela played against Edgewood, okay, ladies, when Michaela was out there and slowing that lady, one of their players down, that was one of the best players in the state of Wisconsin, Michaela. And you did a phenomenal job denying her the ball, winning the ball, taking one-on-one chances with her, and doing all you can at your level. And I want to thank you for rising up to that occasion. Those are the moments, ladies, that we can lean on, the grit that we can take moving forward. And Michaela, you exemplify that in everything you do. Your program is indebted to you, and we appreciate it. So thank you very much. Alexa Daner, please come up to the stage, please. And also give Alexa the red binder as well with the medal, please. Thank you very much, Coach Bailey. Okay. As you know, Alexa's one of our captains. This morning into this afternoon was very grueling for me as our head coach. Alexa went against the best girls in our conference. She went against girls who are going to go to Purdue in the fall to play soccer. Alexa went against girls who are going to play at Syracuse this fall. She's also went against girls who are going to play at UW-Madison this fall. That's soccer. This is top-tier soccer. Alexa Daner received first-team honors this afternoon against those ladies because of the grit, the determination that she plays with, the leadership that she guides with, and elevating the rest of our ladies to kind of uphold that particular level. Alexa kicked butt in scoring. She distributed the ball. She was a leader. She even got hurt, ladies and gentlemen, and players. And guess what? She got herself healed, and she came back at it. All of the coaches in the Badger Conference recognize you, Alexa, and there was no question about you being a part of the first-team honors. So out of the 200 or 300 players that we have in this conference, you're in the top 10, and I want to congratulate you on receiving first-team honors at that level. Thank you, Alexa. Rachel, please come up to the stage, please. Thank you. Parents and players, you're going to see a reoccurring theme about these ladies. The ladies that went before Rachel, as Rachel herself, and obviously that we come after Rachel, they all embody the growth mindset mentality. And what I mean by that is when I have Rachel, she has a challenge. She rises up to that occasion. She rises up to that challenge. She accepts it. She plays whatever role is necessary to make the team so much better or to hold on or to try to win in any scenario. Rachel played all positions except for goalkeeping for us this particular season. And I really appreciate, Rachel, how you're growing in that fashion. I would say continue to challenge yourself to kind of be comfortable with uncomfortable situations. Continue with that growth mindset. Rachel, you are on the horizon. We love what you're doing. You're going to make this program so much better, and I look forward to those years with you in the future. Thank you again, Rachel. Kendall, please come up to the stage. Thank you. As I mentioned with Rachel, Kendall also exhibits that a body of just giving all you can. I just call it, we have a lot of players with utility mindset and skill sets, and Kendall's no exception about that. Kendall, a lot of coaches had a lot to say about you today, whether you knew that or not. What they had to say about you, especially the Edgewood game, is that how you were able to kind of hold it down. Parents, when we left that game, Chris, the head coach of Edgewood, had his girls there about 45 minutes after that, really shaking their heads as what was going on. Also, Natasha had a lot of good things to say about you in terms of how you were able to hold it down, especially in that goalkeeping box. And they were just wondering, how is this happening? And I actually told them that you are a volleyball player as well. I mentioned some other things, but they were just really shocked as to how we are able to kind of coach our players up, exude the things that we do. Kendall plays like all of the rest of our players do, just stepping up, rising to the occasion, and having fun with it, walking it off, if you kind of know what that's all about there, Kendall. But just being awesome. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Kendall. Yeah. Jaden Hawkins, please. As you all know, Jaden Hawkins is one of our captains and has always held it down for us. Our core captains, as well as on JV as well, they're really the glue. They help the coaches and us stay connected, understand what's happening in our program, in school, community, what the case is. Jaden does all that and beyond, and she takes that mindset, that glue mentality, and takes it onto the soccer pitch as well. Like the other players that went before Jaden, she also can play different positions as well and do what it takes to kind of help our team out to be successful. I run out of superlatives to describe what Jaden Hawkins is to our program. And this goes with all of our ladies, but more so, Jaden, we appreciate all the things that you do to kind of rise to the occasion, work with our captains, work with our ladies, and I'm so impressed with you more than a player, but as an individual. And I wish I had that in everyone there. So you embody that, I appreciate that, and you exude that confidence out from you. So go out there and continue to be successful. Thank you, Jaden. Yep. Kat Kessler, please come on up. So Kat is also one of our captains as well. As you can kind of see, having a core nucleus for us is very vital for us to kind of continue to move forward with our success. Kat also embodies the same thing as being very flexible, helping us out whenever possible. As Jaden was recovered from her injury and definitely coming back to play, so the same things with Kat. She had a little bit of an injury there, working through it, and again, giving it all that she possibly can. And also being a leadership and just being a beacon of leader for the rest of our ladies to kind of look up to is also very important. Kat brings it all, defense, scoring, as well as guidance moving forward. I look forward with, as well as Jaden and Kat, continuing those roles next year. And Kat, I want to say congratulations on continue doing the great things you are, and looking forward to that more in the future. So thank you very much. Yes. Bree, come on up. Bree is also a very, very valuable player in our team, as all of our rest of our ladies are. And the versatility that each of our players bring, especially in Bree, is very, very important for us as a program. Bree speaks with her actions, and I definitely love that as well. She puts in the work that's necessary. She shows what needs to happen. So that aspect of our program is very important too, and Bree brings it day in and day out. The tenacity that you bring as well, Bree, is awesome. I'll definitely appreciate that. And I also wanted to let you know that you are also honorable mention as well. So that would also be mentioned in our State Journal newspaper as well. So I want to congratulate you on that and continue to fight hard. And I will say, like I mentioned to the other ladies, continue being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Thank you so much, Bree. Yeah. Taylor. Yep, come on to the end. I'll have you sit there if that's possible. That'd be good. Taylor is another amazing player in our program, ladies and gentlemen, and players, you kind of know that for yourself with working with Taylor. I'm holding back emotions because we won't have my Taylor here as we move forward in the game on Tuesday, but I understand that we need to take time off. We had an unfortunate injury that happened this past Thursday, so we're working through that on that particular front. But Taylor is an amazing individual. I think that's one of our greatest assets in our program is not just who the players are, it's who the person is. And Taylor, I just want to look you in the eye and just say, continue to kind of rehab, continue to be strong, continue to support us however you see fit, with words on the sidelines, as you have always done, and help us in any fashion that we can on Tuesday as we take on our next opponent there. We'll talk more about that. But just want to thank you for everything, Taylor, and hopefully we can have you back soon. Thank you. And with that, Bella, please come up to the stage, please. Bella lights up the room, as you can see for yourself. As we've seen with the previous themes with our players, Bella also embodies that as well. Previously, I don't think, Bella, have you played defense before? Ladies and gentlemen, she said no? Bella kicked butt at that level. She just did what she had to do and just held it down. Again, another reason that we're having the success that we've had this particular season, and I'm looking forward to more success in the future. And then on top of that, Bella, not only when we need a defensive stoppage, and then when we need you put you up on front, what happened in the Watertown game, that was a really crazy game, and Bella brought us back. The cavalry brought us back in that wicked weather and put that goal in there and gave us a fighting chance and kind of moved in that direction. So I would also challenge you, Bella, what you've already exhibited. You have shown so much confidence in yourself, and your teammates are kind of latching on to that. I want you to continue to do that not only at the field, but in your classroom and any other sports that you choose to go into, and take that energy and build on that and come back as an even better, stronger person of that. I'm looking forward to many of these opportunities with you as well as others out here as we come back next year. Thank you so much, Bella. I want to pause before I bring up another player up here. I want to mention something about Alexa, and then I want to go back to Kendo. Alexa, you have been an exceptional player in person this particular season. You've received all conference honors there. You have also other things into your manila folder. I'm also want to let you know that you will be receiving from our high school the most valuable player honors. This is an honor that we exhibit the person that really kind of holds us down, and you've definitely have done that there. So please be aware that we'll be providing you with a plaque later on this week. So I just want you to be aware that that's coming. So the athletic office will be letting you know about that as well. Kendall, my apologies. I wanted to also let you know that you'll be receiving the Most Improved Player Award this particular season. You will also be getting a plaque from our athletic department this upcoming week because you've actually kind of developed in those roles and just took it on and really kind of embody that. So I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of those particular plaques coming your way. Okay. And with that, let's continue on with Maddie Miles. Please come on up. So as you all know, Maddie had an unfortunate incident before our season got started, so we haven't had the opportunity to work together on this field. But before that, I want you all to know that Maddie and I have always been talking. You know, I see Maddie as a second coach or another coach within our program, giving some good sound advice, level-headed information, and just always being there. Maddie is a beautiful person inside and out. We're going to definitely miss you and Alexa, but Maddie, what you bring to the table is invaluable. Will surely be missed. And I also want you to know that you will be receiving the Coaches Award from me. So this particular week, you will be receiving that from our athletic department as well. And Maddie's also one of our captains. And again, she just brings it and just keeps everyone connected. So Maddie, again, words can't describe what your impact is on this program. And forevermore, we will be changed because of it. And thank you very much for all your time. Okay. Okay. All right, Laurel Miller, please come on up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Laurel and I, we've had some great conversations throughout this season. And similar themes like you've heard from the other players, I will never forget this conversation I had with her. We were planning a game, and I said, Laurel, we need someone. I need someone to go on top, you know, to play striker. And she looked at me square in the eyes, and I could have sworn you almost jumped out of your skin. And she said, Coach, I've never played that before. I'm nervous. I'm scared. And I said, Laurel, just, you got this. You know, we've talked about some few pieces and stuff, you know, to keep in mind as you go through it. And I wouldn't kid you, ladies and gentlemen, about 4 minutes later, she scored. So what this is telling us repeatedly, stepping out of those comfort zones, rising to the occasion, you can see what these ladies are doing. You're playing terrific. You're developing yourselves personally. And Laurel, you've had 7 goals this season. 7 goals this season. I had a coach, ladies and gentlemen, tell me, Stoughton, that is. Stoughton said, where the hell did you come from? And I said she was already there. The reason they say that is because Laurel, she has a really stealth way of playing the game. She just kind of goes with the flow. You might see her, you may not see her. And then voila, it goes in. So I would say continue to develop yourself. Like we mentioned to the other ladies, you're on a fast track. I can't wait till next year have for us in store. And Laurel, just keep having fun. We certainly appreciate it. So thank you. You got it. Peyton, come on up. Peyton, come on up. So Peyton, not to put you on the spot, but did you say that you played striker before? I tag Rudy sometimes. Okay. Would I tell you that everyone in the conference recognized that that was a good thing? And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, you've actually received second team honors in the Badger Conference for being a center back. You outperformed some of the best girls in the state of Wisconsin. They were taken back not only your ability to be a disruptor, you know, like we do in our announcement saying, you know, Peyton, but they were so impressed with your ability to score, your ability to move up, your ability to be something else. And that is the key message that I want all of our ladies to kind of recognize is that growth mentality mindset. Do not be locked into a position. Don't be locked into a mindset. Continue to challenge yourself to grow. Others will recognize it. And Peyton here is an example of that, as one of that pieces there. So Peyton, I just want to say you've had an incredible season. You will continue to play in various positions. I don't believe in one position at all. And it's just not me saying it, parents and players. I also wanted to highlight the fact of the other coaches recognize that as well. And Oregon took a little bit notice of you a little bit too. So I don't know what that means, but Bobby was asking me questions about you. So I don't know. It's like she's staying here at Fort. I don't know what you're trying to do, Oregon. But Peyton's here with us. Peyton, continue to climb. The mountain's high. You definitely can do it. And that's for all of our ladies. Keep it up. Look forward to you next year. Thank you. Paige, come on up. Parents, we are so blessed to have these type of ladies in our program. I think it's, as a coach, you have to find things that kind of stretch these players out more than you may think, or maybe they think themselves. I just really, really love how Paige challenges herself in terms of doing things outside the norm. Just, what I can do here, coach, how can I help here, thinking outside the box. In one particular case here, we had to do kind of a swim just to kind of do a recovery exercise for our ladies. And Paige was one of the first to kind of come up and just say, coach, I'm a lifeguard. I can help out with this type of exercise. It was along with her, Laurel, and Maddie. But those are the things that are going to make us really successful. And those are things that are going to make you a terrific leader in your role, Paige. Thinking outside the box, leading the group, and letting your actions speak for themselves. And speaking of your actions speaking for themselves, you did phenomenal on the soccer pitch too. You kicked butt, you played great, you gave it all. And I think because of those energy pieces, especially in our last game against Watertown, I think that allowed us to feed off of that, because towards the end of that first half, you almost snuck and scored on them. They wasn't even expecting it. So those are the things that we are all latching on to, and I challenge you to continue to do that. We look forward to having you back next year. Thank you. Jade, come on up. As the theme continues, Jade is no exception to that as well. Jade is obviously a goalkeeper, but in my view, she's more than that. Obviously, a wonderful person, to say the least, but capturing those moments. Jade, I believe we had you playing wing and on top and all that kind of stuff. How did that feel? Scary? Yeah. But I want you to know that your teammates, your coaches, your parents, and other parents here, we got your back. So I don't ever want my girls to kind of feel that intimidation piece, that uncomfortable piece. Have that confidence to kind of move forward. Those are the things that I wanted to instill and teach our ladies as they get older, become leaders in our community. Those are things you can lean on to as well. I think that's going to be great. And Jade, continue to excel in those areas and continue to challenge yourself. And I look forward to having you back next year. Thank you. Yep. Last but not least, Maddie, please come on up. Maddie Whitman, please. Parents, I'm not sure you hear Maddie out there when we're about to get started or at halftime or at the end of the game. Maddie hypes us up. Maddie keeps the blood flowing. She keeps it moving. She gets us energized, re-energized. And obviously, that's just one element that she does for us. And she kicks butt as a center mid as well, too. So, Maddie, I absolutely love what you bring. You bring so much more to the table than what one may see or what one might think. And we want to continue that. We want to kind of embellish that. And I want to say thank you so much for everything you've done. I want to have that more experience with you moving forward and continue to grow with you. So thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. Thank you, Coach. Reed, come on up. Yep. Thank you, Reed. Reed definitely encapsulate the effort of just trying to kind of have different variety of our players doing different things. Reed helped us with all of those aspects. I would say, Reed, I really appreciate too how you stepped up and really took on the role to help out the seniors. She did a lot of work behind the scenes to kind of get some of those things off the ground. Reed is also one of the players that are very interested in understanding how things are working, and I really like that. Continue to ask those questions, continue to push yourselves, continue to do all those things, Reed. And Reed and I had a moment during that Edgewood game. Do you remember that moment, Reed? Tell me more about it. Yeah, yeah. So, parents, just to recap that. So, Reed says she was slow, and I was challenging Reed that, you know, God might not have given us the quickness like other ladies do, but God has given us some smarts. God has given us some smarts. And I know Reed can do it. And I challenge Reed to say, hey, why don't we do this with our body? How about we do this in here? So those are the things, ladies, that I'm looking for. And Reed, I really appreciate you rising to that because we all got strengths and weaknesses, and we're here to kind of champion what we're good at. And you do that, and I want to say continue to move forward in that, and I look forward to having you back next year. Thank you so much, Reed. You good, Coach? Good? Okay. All right. Parents and players, I want to say thank you for that. I know the time is a little bit different than what we talked about in the itinerary, so I appreciate you guys being flexible with us here. This kind of wraps up the varsity piece here. So we're going to switch gears over to our JV. So we're going to have our JV captains come up. We're going to start with Marin, come on up. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Marin Selly. In the season, I had the privilege of being a JV captain. As I was thinking about the season, trying to figure out what I was supposed to write, I found two words that I think really highlighted our season: flexibility and resiliency. Flexibility because our JV girls may not have always had as many games, and even when some were canceled, we showed up to every game cheering from the sidelines. And when we were asked to play, we stepped up and gave it everything we had, even against tough varsity teams when we knew the odds were stacked against us. Even with the uncertainty of the season, the JV team continued to step up throughout the season, playing in positions they'd never played in before or weren't used to playing, even if that meant on the JV field or varsity. Resiliency was also a word I thought of because even when we were down on the scoreboard, our team played hard the whole time. Some girls had never played soccer before or hadn't played in a while, but they never backed down against tough opponents. Going into the season, we knew our program would be tight to field two teams, so some girls had to play 2 games a night, and when they did, there weren't any complaints. They stepped onto the field even though we all knew they were tired, and they gave it all they could. And then on Friday, to end our season, we were surprised with one last game. Our team traveled to Stoughton to play through the heat and hopefully come out with a victory, and that's exactly what we did. With only 3 to 4 subs, we fought as hard as we could and came out with a 1-2 victory against a team who had 8 to 9 subs. Each and every one of our players left everything they had on the field, and it showed. And then I just want to give a special thanks to Coach Bailey, Coach Monica, and Coach Murphy for leading our team by example, showing us how to be flexible and resilient, and just thank everyone for a season that I'll never forget, and I can't wait to see everyone back out on the field when hopefully our season's under more normal circumstances.
Yep. Thank you, Marin. Really appreciate that. Jaden Thompson, please come on up.
Okay, I'm sorry if I repeat anything already said, but okay, I think we all know our season wasn't as perfect as we had hoped. I don't know about all you, but it went by a little too quick. And this time we overcame many hardships, whether it be injuries or game cancellations. I want to say a big thank you to my fellow teammates, all our managers, and our lovely parents. And thank you to our dedicated coaches who shared their time and enthusiasm for teaching and coaching all of us girls. There's an old saying, it matters not if you win or lose, but how you play the game. And it's an honor and a privilege to be a part of a team that plays the game so well. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaden. We really appreciate that. Now, ladies, I'd like to introduce you to Coach Bailey. Coach Bailey, please take the podium.
Hi, I'm Coach Bailey. I am the JV head coach. And I just want to start out with our season saying thank you, parents. You guys are a main reason of a lot of our success, especially parents that are doing Jimmy John orders, parents that are doing lunches or dinners. Really appreciate all of your work and how much effort you guys put in for these girls. I always say these girls are spoiled because they definitely are. When I was in high school, I didn't get any of that stuff. But I really do want to appreciate all of you parents giving your kids rides, the ones that don't have license, and really just being the backbone of our program. Also, I want to thank you for raising such amazing girls. These girls, my main goal of coaching is I not only raise great athletes, but my goal is to raise great people. And with that being said, these girls are one of the best that they come by. Getting emotional. In terms of high school soccer, talking to you girls, these skills will move into your professional life, your college experiences. I would not be where I am today without my high school sports, and it really transfers into you as a professional and as a person down the road. Another thing is these girls, over this season, we had mentioned before this is really repetitive, but over the season, they've really stepped up. We've witnessed a lot of injuries, and they've really stepped up to the plate helping out varsity, and it's never made me more proud. The way that I look at these girls is this is the first time that I felt like a mama bear. My first introduction to mother life is coaching. And it really brings tears to my eyes seeing these girls transform on the field, where a lot of these girls, when they were first pushed up to varsity, a lot of them were like, I'm scared, coach. And I'm like, have more confidence in yourself. And by the end of the season, they're running onto the field with confidence and determination and dominance, and you can tell that they deserve to be on that field and they dominate that space. So seeing that transform throughout the season has just made coaching worthwhile, and seeing all of you guys become such amazing people, if it's even possible to be even better people, really makes me happy and brings tears to my eyes. So other than that, talking to you seniors as well, I'm sure they would agree farther down the road, high school sports is going to be the best 4 years of your life. A lot of you JV girls, a lot of you are freshmen, sophomores, some juniors. This is going to be the 4 years that you guys need to take advantage of. I would kill to be on that field. So with that being said, a lot of you girls are going to be helping out varsity for playoffs. Finish your year strong. Varsity, finish your year strong. This is one of the most best years of your life, and have a lot of fun. So other than that, one thing I did want to cover is our team as a whole. I have never seen such determination ever in my coaching career. When I was in high school, I was always the only girl in the weight room. I was always the only girl doing extra hours outside of practice. Every single girl in this room is that girl. And the amount of accomplishments we can have having that many dominant women on this team brings me goosebumps, because you girls have no idea how much potential you guys really have. So with that being said, I'm going to move forward with awards to some great people that have put in a lot of work. This whole team has made me very proud to start out with that. But the first award is going to be going to somebody that in particular, in the beginning of the season, she had asked me, what can I improve on? And with that, with my response, I gave her a list of things that she needs to work on, and that's exactly what she did. And with that, moving forward to practices, she always had a positive energy. She always was bringing the team up when the team was down. She was always that person that brought the energy to the team. And this is why this will be going to Grayson. If you want to come up, you are getting the most important award. Also, Grayson, you will be getting your yellow envelope. We just didn't have one for you today. So other than what I had said previously about Grayson, she is the perfect picture of what hard work looks like. She is a coach's dream. When you tell her to jump, she says, "How high, coach?" And that's exactly what type of athletes we really love to raise and the athletes we like to see on our field. And she definitely works her butt off, and it's been awesome coaching her. Thanks, Grayson. The next award is our most improved. This girl in particular, she has been a dominant player on our field as well as helping out with varsity. She has constantly improved, worked her butt off, has really made an effort in putting in those extra hours, really honing in on her craft, and it's definitely showed. Laura Peterson, you are getting the most improved, if you want to come on up. Like I had said before, Laura, as a goalkeeper, she has really stepped up to the plate, showing what it's like to be a dominant person, not only on the field, but off the field as well. I can tell she is the kind of person that a lot of our players look up to, and rightfully so. That's exactly what she deserves, because she is an amazing athlete person. She works her butt off for everything that she does, and it definitely shows, and we're really lucky to have you on our team. And then our final award, this is the Coaches Award. And this award goes to somebody that did a very similar thing to Grayson. She came up to me and asked me what she can improve on, and she did the same exact thing. And she had executed, and she worked her little hiney off. And no matter what we're doing, she always has a smile on her face, whether we're running hill sprints or, just goofing around. She is always that positive energy, that person that lifts up our whole team, and really is the type of person that goes out of her way to be sure that everyone feels included and everybody is being welcomed on our team. And with that being said, the Coaches Award is going to Marin. And like I'd said before, she's pretty awesome, so I kind of spoke everything about you, but really appreciative of everything that you've put in your work, and you definitely, there's no one more deserving than this award, because it definitely doesn't go unnoticed. So thanks, Marin. Okay, so for those of you that haven't gotten awards, we are doing most likely to for each and every one of you guys. And so when I call you up, I'm going to say what the most likely to is, and then you guys are going to just grab a yellow envelope, and then you can walk your way down, okay? So first one is little background information. We've played World Cup before. So we played that at our last game, or our last practice. In World Cup, you pick a country, and before you shoot, you have to yell out your country, and if you don't get a point. So the one person that is the most dominant of World Cup, so most likely to always win a game of World Cup, is Sitlali. And following that, we played a game last week, and this is the most likely to get runner-up, and this is Diana. And story behind this: when you're playing when you're playing World Cup, you usually pick like China or U.S. or something short. Diana picked Czechoslovakia out of all countries, so she'll always get runner-up if she's picking that country. And this one goes to Mariana for most likely to smile when no one else is. Mariana, no matter what we're doing, like I said before, with Marin, when we're doing hill sprints, she's smiling. When we're doing suicides, everybody's complaining about suicides, and she's the one that's smiling the entire time. So thanks, Mariana, for being just a ray of sunshine. And the next one goes to, this one is the Lizzo of your generation. is Sadie. Sadie is very confident in who she is, and her type of energy is always contagious to everyone around her, and that is why she gets the Lizzo of your generation. Next one is most likely to always have a positive attitude, and that goes to Ashley. Ashley, she always comes to practice and games with such a positive attitude, always wanting to constantly learn more, has really transformed over the past few weeks, and I couldn't be more proud of her. Next one is most likely to be considered gracefully clumsy. This goes to Jaden. This girl, there was one practice where I was demoing something. I'm sure a lot of JV girls will remember this. She's the one person that will fall over nothing. And there was one practice where I was demoing, and she tripped me, and she took me down with her. So that was great. So thanks, Jaden. Next one is most likely to surprise you is Rebecca. Rebecca, she is one of those people that she has absolutely transformed this season, and she's really surprised me, especially on the back line. Even when she's outside mid, throwing her an outside mid, she's really stepped up, and I couldn't be more grateful to have her on my team. Next one is for Brittany, always being there for her teammates. I'm not quite sure if she's here today, but biggest thing with Brittany is she has really stepped up in terms of helping us with any management problems that we have, helping us with stats, being there for every game, cheering on our teammates, and that definitely goes appreciated on our end. And last but not least, Maritza gets the most likely to never run out of gas ever. Maritza, she is our Energizer bunny, and let me tell you, I don't know how she does it, but she is just constantly saying, I'm ready to go back in, coach, I'm ready. And she is just always ready to play, always bringing the energy, and we love it. And then that concludes our JV awards. What do you want to do next? Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Everyone give it up for Coach Bailey. Thank you. Thank you, Coach. Okay. All right, so now we'll introduce our position specialist coach, Coach Monica. Please take the podium.
All right, I'll take off my mask so you guys can hear me. Okay, so this season I've had the honor of working with our three talented goalies, so Jade, Kendall, and Laura. They have all impressed me this season, and I have enjoyed watching and coaching each one of them become better goalies. To these girls, lefts and rights aren't just directions. They're also intense goalie drills, okay? They all know that, right? I see them nodding their heads, okay? So they've been working on intense goalie drills throughout the season, and although this was a condensed season and it went by pretty fast, I want to take a moment and reflect on the highs from a goalie perspective. Starting with Laura, this girl has always had a positive attitude at goalie practice and would always give it her all, no matter the circumstances. Laura, thank you for stepping up when called upon and having such a positive outlook. I know your traits will lead to great future success for you. Thank you, Laura. Now moving on to Kendall. Wow, where do I begin? Kendall has been a shining star in the goal box and on the field. Kendall's athletic abilities have been an asset to our program, and I wanted to personally thank you, Kendall, for always leaving it on the field. Thank you, Kendall. And finally, Jade, she knows it's coming. Jade has always impressed me with her goalie abilities, but also her ability to play striker, which is the opposite. That's the goalie's worst nightmare. So Jade has always been a helping hand in our program, including volunteering to play JV when we needed her. So thank you, Jade, for all you have done for our program this season, and we all appreciate it. Thank you, Jade. And as I mentioned before, all three of these ladies have impressed me, and I feel so honored to have had the ability to work with them. After working with these ladies for the past 5 weeks, I know with their work ethic, they can achieve anything that they put their mind to. Congratulations on completing this intense season of girls soccer. Also, all these ladies know that I gave them an offer at their last game, right? Varsity and JV, right, ladies? Just to recap for everyone in the room, what my offer was for the last games of both JV and varsity, for whoever scored or had a good defensive tackle, I would record their names and I would put it in a raffle jar for the banquet. I would pull a name and they would get a cash prize. The prize is a $25 Visa gift card. Okay, so there's a lot at stake, ladies. And I'm gonna give Coach Murphy the honor of drawing that name. Drum roll, please. All right, so the winner of the $25 Visa gift card is Peyton for defensive tackle. I'll just give it to you here. Congratulations, Peyton. Thank you for all your hard work.
So Salali and Grayson just had a little bit of administrative glitch there, so we'll make sure to have your manila envelope taken care of this week. So just wanted to make a call out to you two, and we will take care of that, okay? So I certainly appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen and players, before we do a wrap-up, I do want to acknowledge a few more folks in our program, our managers, as well as our parents, but I would like to acknowledge Anna, Evelyn, and Evelyn Cruz. Are they in the house tonight? Okay. That's all right. We will hand these awards to them as well. Also in our program, we acknowledge our team managers. They're very critical to our success as well, helping us out in every aspect. So when we do see those ladies, I will make sure that they receive their acknowledgments as well. Coach Bailey hit on it as well. I do want to kind of echo some of those sentiments with you guys as well, and that's really to kind of take a pause and give a moment to our parents. We really, really appreciate you guys giving up your evenings, helping us out with the home meals, the home game meals, the away meals, things with the cake, helping us with the snacks, helping us get there, like Coach Bailey said, with transportation, helping us with fundraising, helping us get the word out about some of the things that we're doing, like the camp that we're going to be having later on this particular month. And just really just being a backbone for us and helping us and supporting us. You guys give us the motivation to help us do the things that we do here. So players and coaches, help me salute our parents, please. As we conclude our banquet tonight, we want to thank the players again and really just see how you guys came together. It was a beautiful thing. You heard it from all the coaches, players stepping up, players helping out, and just really building on each other. And although our program, we, like Maren mentioned, we had two teams, but we were really one team trying to spread across different teams and some girls playing twice in one game. We really appreciate that, and you guys just had an awesome, awesome season. And like the players and our coaches mentioned, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So we will have practice tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We will hit the ground pretty hard tomorrow, ladies. We will get ready for Monona Grove. We have a game, parents, on Tuesday. It's a 5 o'clock tip-off. We're playing at the Bacon Park up in Cottage Grove. I'll be sending out an email with those specifics. So we're gonna just give it one hoorah. We're gonna make a good run here, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. So that's on a soccer tip. We'll get back to that in a little bit. So we want to have some fun. We want to celebrate this moment still that we have together. So after this banquet, we'll have our potluck. Our potluck will be in our home stadium. So we're gonna have some fun there. We'll have some tunes. We'll have some games. We'll have some fun, and just have some way to fellowship with each other and spend some time with each other. So, ladies and players, as you head on out, the coaches and I have a bit of a grab bag for you. Make sure you grab the one with your name on it, and we will see you guys on our home stadium. So thank you, everyone.